Hey, what is up, everyone? It is so good to see you. Thank you so much, everyone, for popping in. Follow me. Wonderful to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a good day. Simple Complexity, what is up? How was the remainder of your stream last night? Lighting seems been a little bit funky, but yes, how have you been? Thank you so much for popping in. Oh, let me just find my mouse. We've got a bit of a different setup tonight, so things might be a little bit janky. Oscar, thank you for the no inventory cleaning. I appreciate that, mate. Just make sure we give you a shout out, Simple. How you been? What'd you get up to? There we go. Okay, there we go. We're back, and thank you so much.
Good morning,
Yayan
Asura.
for the sub. I
Laughing
really
face.
appreciate that. Thank you. And RNG loves me. Thank you as well for the sub earlier while we were on our starting soon screen. I super appreciate that. Catalyst, welcome in. Acrid, wonderful to see you as well. Hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay, let's start diving on in. Got a bit of a flexible evening lined up today. There's a few things I want to do. One, I want to learn a bunch more Power Spellbreaker because that's sort of been on my list to learn for quite some time. So I'd like to get that a bit more up and running, especially since we geared that up like somewhat properly last night, which was good. Let's see. We managed to solve one of our random Linux issues that we've been dealing with. So things are actually a little bit jankier than they were when they started, but I did fix an issue. Just replaced it with another one. And I'll chat more about that later. And it was really good. You ended up pretty much doing fractals until the end. Before finishing, we took a quick tour of Mush's homestead. Nice, that sounds fantastic. Sounds like a great stream. Awesome. Now, weekly has resets. A few things that I want. Let me go over here. I want to keep an eye on the event time because I need to do the meta event for Starlit Wield. When does that pop up? That pops up right now, actually. Okay. Brilliant. Let's go. Central Tyria, no. Here we go. Need a meta. I also need to somehow get into the meta. Will this character even do it? Does it even have a waypoint? That kind of... Yeah, that's a waypoint. Good. Alexis, what's up, mate? Wonderful to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, yeah, and if anything at all looks like odd on tonight's stream, like, let me know. We're testing out a few different things. Okay. Yep, Blish HUD is actively working. That's good. I don't actually need that. I'm surprised I was actually able to get that working with all the other little changes that I made today. So, we need to get into a cheeky meta map. Let's see, is there one? Meta! Let's get in there. Perfect. And T-Tam, is the VOE story somewhat slow to Janthia, or did you finish Janthia and drag forever? No, I'd say the story for Vision of Eternity, I'd say, is overall stronger than Janthia if I was to pick between them. We don't have as much of it yet because we only got the stuff that came at launch. We'll probably wait until the next update before we start getting even more than that. But the story they do have, I found to be quite interesting. They did a very good job with the characters this time, so I think it's good. Afaru, what's up? Good to see you, mate. How have you been? And yeah, Kingfall can be a little bit tricky to wrap your head around, Alexis. I found that as well the first few times I did it. Particularly figuring out which of the boss mechanics to go up in the air for versus which ones to stay down. Okay. Do I need arc DPS? I need to probably actually make a few changes to things in here. I could have done the teleport to friend, but this event is going to be going for quite some time anyway. Ooh, no FPS, that's fine. I just popped like literally everything. Oh, that was a rough jump. Damn unfortunate stun break. There we go, get in there. Looks like we can. Now we've got to get in there. Go around this way. There we go. Dodge on the third. Perfect. Scooch back around. Doing things in slightly incorrect order. Good evade. And get the zoomies around. There we go. I really should like put a stun break in on this. So we're the southern one. We probably do need to slow it down a bit. Very fortunate this actually popped up as soon as we started streaming today. Oh yeah, we've also decided what we will do when daylight savings changes for me here this coming weekend. So I will start an hour earlier than what I normally do, which should bring it basically at the same time for everyone else who just had daylight savings. So no one else should notice any change compared to the time it is now, I guess. But yes, that is how we will manage it.
Surely this isn't the end of our surprises for the day.
Cool, that was good timing there. Interesting to see. Athons, how's it going? I'm going very, very well. Thank you for asking. How are you? What was I doing here? Just trying to think. Ah, that's it. Just turning that off. Just to declutter it a bit.
Invigorating.
Also very well. Ready for another week. Ah, that's excellent to hear. I'm glad you're going well.
Detecting anomalous magical readings in this area.
They weren't just digging.
We will be keeping to our usual streaming duration as well. Especially it does mean I can actually get some extra work done before we hit bed.
Readings are getting noticeably larger.
Moralize, what's up? Good to see you, mate. It also means we shouldn't have to shuffle around the Ceres time, because I know basically everyone but me is in the EU. So it will be good to just keep that at the same time. Okay, just precast a bajillion things. Hey, thank you, Natra, for the follow as well. I really appreciate that. I'm really not used to the incredibly quick weapon swap time on this set. Dodge that. It's quite unfortunate time always changes by 2 hours to bouncing out. Yeah, it really, really does. That's annoying to work with, but at least it's one that we can easily resolve, and unfortunately we've got the flexibility to be able to shuffle things around to accommodate us. That is good. PK, how are you going, mate? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Really not used to this quick weapon swap time on Warrior now. It's wild. 5 seconds. Oh, I'm a rabbit. I have to see as well what that does for myself and PD on Wednesday, because PD, being from Queensland, doesn't observe daylight savings, so that will be interesting. Good amount of CC baked into this build for free, which is nice. Got a gap closer on the 2. This is quite a long boss fight overall, but we're getting there, so let's just double check where our volume is at. No, it's about where it should be. That is good. Love to see it.
It brought friends.
Are you doing reasonably well? Vacation's over, sadly. I'm sorry to hear that, and daylight savings been screwing with your sleep, but you will survive. Yeah, so daylight savings can be a bit of a bugger when it comes to sleep, but I'm glad you're doing reasonably well despite that. Fusion's disrupted. I think we just like keep alt or tabbing through these. Or we'll just let everyone else do it. That one's got one. The soundtrack for this is absolutely banger. Just really not stand right in that. Sufferance, how's it going? Wonderful to see you. Hope you're having a great day. Herb, what's up? Wonderful to see you as well. Just keep running towards it. Yep. What's this case where we try and find the exact center? How's Spellbreaker so far? It is honestly really quite fun. Very easy to play, but I'm struggling to get used to the very quick weapon swap time. But I really quite like it. Yeah, 5 seconds. It does. I just swapped and like already it's time to swap again. Abaddon, how's it going, mate? Great to see you. Once again, mate, thanks for all those gifted subs last night. You're an absolute legend. Oh, now Rabbit. Cool, back in business. Yes, such damage ones. I imagine, yes, it's going to be even more so, presumably, once all of the nerfs come in the next few weeks. Oh, that's interesting. That's a new one. Even... Oh, no, there we go. Oh. Yeah, first person. Yep, that seems to fix it. When do you normally use your F2 counter? That's sort of where I'm still trying to find out. Once we zoom out. Okay, might just been a little bit too many effects there. Nice. Yeah, it's kind of just pick a fight with this one. There's so many of these that we need to like precast. Oh yeah, Epoch I think will be very spicy unless they go through and like change its overall health. And yeah, Dragon's End I think, yeah, there's a chance of it being a bit spicy. But yeah, I'd be really concerned about Epoch. Wow, even that one, I've never really noticed how, well, I know that one's a damage spunk, but I've never really paid too much attention to the actual timer. Okay, that's a new one. What does that? What threshold does that trigger? Ah! Okay, I think I might actually swap back when it's convenient for me to do so. I might just do that on a break. Sparse, what's up, mate? Wonderful to see you. How you
PK,
been?
sweet Hefero Josh.
34
Widen the
months,
Wawa
that is
plan my
wild.
gar.
That's not great, no, that's a new one. Oh. Okay. Somehow first person is better than that. Oh. Hey, I might actually... Oh. 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 Okay, I might actually go stand off to the side. Oh, that's a bit rough. I don't want to, like, reboot the game. Yeah, Gorse, I think, will be totally fine. Gorse has been so massively power crept anyway, that's not a real issue. I might even, let's try... Sure, let's go best performance. Nope, that literally makes no impact. How did EOS go with Scourge? Yeah, honestly, like, EOS felt totally fine, I think. My Scourge just felt good. It's fully ranged, very chill to play. Nope, I'm a rabbit now. So it's like the damage on Scourge is lower than what I am used to on things like Mechanist and Conduit before that got sort of nerfed. But it's got a good amount of utility in there, so that's really quite fun. Fully ranged, there's no force mobility. Has some Boon Rip baked into the build for free as well, which is nice. And yeah, once the nerfs go through, Scourge is going to be much more competitive in terms of damage. So it's like the opposite of Rising Tide lifts all boats. It's everything sinks around Scourge, Scourge rises.
Perhaps I could adapt this technique to my own
Yeah,
system.
what I'll do actually, because I'm actually back on Wednesday, I did find what was a potential solution for the issue I was talking about, where the game launcher would like tank the entire desktop. It was running everything through GameScope, which worked well, solved the problem, but it seems to have left us with a bunch of really janky artwork. So it's good to know we've sort of ruled that one out. Unlike so many builds, I think the vast majority of people, they're going to be totally fine anyway. That's not really going to be a problem. Like, builds will still just do, like, good enough damage for most people anyway. There's very few builds that have been, like, drastically nerfed. I mean, Sparse as a Steam Shrieker Amalgam enjoyer, I think you're probably a bit sad after the nerfs. That one truly got bopped with the nerf hammer. Yeah, Druid's coming out of the nerfs mostly unscathed. Yeah, I did hear that yeah, Druid got off pretty scot-free, and yeah, I heard a lot of people talking about how they got to pick up Druid, but Druid's also one of those builds that is by no means the easiest to play. It's sort of in the same area as like old Condi Mirage. Voice down by 4%. Oh yeah, that's like completely negligible compared to everything else. Like everything else, bare minimum got sort of like a 10 to 15% nerf. We just start running raises a Heal Scourge. Yeah, like Heal Scourge will just be great. It's second DPS behind Conduit. Yeah, Conduit as well is another one I've heard people raving about. And I'm not sure if that's the Scepter version that's still sitting at the top, but if it is the Scepter version, vast majority of people, that's the same sort of deal as Condi Druid. It's really quite difficult to play because you have a rather complicated lengthy rotation to actually execute compared to all the other Conduit builds that are sitting at the much more reasonable, 41k DPS level. I think I saw the sword, achievement. The sword version of the build. One that I covered in my build guide sitting at like 41k, which is still an incredibly solid number. And yeah, still in line with all the other DPS builds, but that one I think is easy enough to play that most people can pick it up. Most people aren't going to be picking up the Scepter Sword Greatsword version. What's this fight? This is the meta event in Starlit Wield, the second map in Visions of Eternity. It's very nice. It is a very nice meta event, as long as even lowest graphical settings, I have to just turn some stuff down, it's getting a bit dicey. New warrior? It's a bit of a old warrior. Like I've got 25 characters in this account, all of them play to like varying degrees. It's really just we pulled one out of storage, is probably a better term. So we've done that. Let's go down here, I guess. Oh, nope, didn't like that. Okay. Now we've got to wait for this entire thing to go down. So there's the font right there. Watch the wounded coral there. Let's go open up all of our chests now. Nice. Okay, that is now all done. Okay, let's actually go and just fix the thing. That's probably actually Blishhud that carked it. Oh well, let's try noinking this. Safaro, thanks for the hydrate, mate. Yoink that. Yep, and properties. Yoink that. Okay, now this will probably do something a little bit janky for a bit. So let's try. Give that a minute. We'll try and get through the launcher quickly. Which Proton version are you running? 9.04 or something. So yeah, that probably tanks our FPS. Okay, there we go. That's better now. Okay, go higher. Alright, let's try that. Let's go Proton Plus, Proton GE, or is it just regular Proton? Oh, let's go with this one. Oh, no. You're saying the high 10s? Yeah, let's go for the latest one there. Okay, so let's go and add that. Properties. Compatibility. Might just restart Steam. Yeah, it's mostly I was trying a solution for something that I've been struggling with for quite some time, and yeah, we did have a solution to that, but it introduced a whole bunch more issues. So let's try. Because if I can fix this, that would be sweet. Compatibility. Give me GE 10.34. Cool, now let's bring that up. And we'll see, the main thing I'm wanting to see is, does it tank the FPS of our actual desktop? So waiting on that. Okay, the issue is still no, it's still very much there. That's right, it goes away as soon as we actually get in. There we go, we're back. Yeah, you personally do not have the issue, but you've had reports of it. Yeah, it's weird. It only happened to me after an update, a few update rounds ago. I'm unsure as to what's caused it. The issue goes away when I was using game scope like I was before. I was like, oh sweet, this is a fix, but as you saw, it introduced a whole bunch of other like really janky issues, things that we do not want. So it's that particular issue is why I bounced back to Windows for a bit. That's okay, like once it's up and running, it's fine. Doesn't matter. Oh, also fixed my headphones as well, mostly. I accidentally like completely snapped them. Like, yeah, this side completely just sheared off. So a bunch of super glue and electrical tape is now holding it together. Okay, so let's do that. Yeah, really need to get back on my gold farm as well. And we should also... full screen's back and available again, I love it. And yep, everything else looks like it has held up pretty well. I don't know, just get one of these. I also moved your mic, you're thinking quieter than before. Let's take a look. Hang on. Bum, 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 bum. There we go, let's just bring the gain up a bit. Yeah, there's like slightly different audio settings between them. That should be fine now. Okay, so let's go dump these in here. Oh, thank you, Jess. Addy says hello, everyone. Oh, Addycam's jank. I'll fix that. Let's see. I'll worry about that later. Let's consolidate them. Everything else is looking pretty good. And yeah, we've got a bunch of renown tokens there. I probably should finish Envoy Armor achievement before Nerf Can 1's giving you issues. Is it the Can 1 of basically not missing a green? That is definitely one of the fiddlier achievements, I think. Let's go salvage some of that. How are we doing on some raid currency as well? Let's take a quick look. 409. Yeah, we're really sort of getting low. But okay, so we spent a little bit of time practicing this rotation. Let's go back in again and kind of see what we can do. This one we want Snow Crows. Raids Warrior. So yeah, this has been an interesting build to try and learn. Any group content planned for today? Yeah, I'll definitely be diving into some raids at some point. I want to finish off the Castor and Coral achievement as well, because that one we should be honestly super close to finishing. Like, yeah. And healed Coral Heart to its home. Okay, yeah, so that should be super close to done. But yeah, I want to get some more practice on this. So let's find the actual build here. Alright. So the loop that we're trying to learn. So we've got two parts. So we're really using Signet of Fury when we are in Dagger Mace. And we are not doing Signet Fury when we are in Dagger Axe. So I've got to keep that in mind. So we precast every single Signet, end on Signet Fury, kick into Breaching Strike, use good skills on Mace, use our 3 skill swap. So we're sort of always doing, I was going to say it's kick into Breaching Strike, but it's only ever a kick when we're in Dagger Mace. So Dagger Mace has more skills, so I should be using kick and Signet Fury when we're in Mace, and not doing that when we are in our other weapon set. Okay, let's go find some noms.
Welcome. Feel free to approach the console.
Just self add boons, give me all of them.
I'm nigh invincible.
Alright. Precast, kick into Breaching Strike, which is our burst, then 4 into 5, then 4. Then we use our 3. Got so much CC on this set, and that's quite fun. Then we use kick into Breaching Strike, okay. And let's grab some utility as well while we are here. I wish we could just use those from the bank. It's rather fiddly not having access to them there. Really weapon swaps so quickly here. Oh, you love the Hammer Warrior build, so much CC. Oh yeah, I can imagine. I used to play that one quite a bit as well. So it's a bit scuffed right now. Okay. So it's sitting around 36 now. Number's already gone a little bit higher than what it was before, which is good. Alright, let's go again. Okay, it's starting to come together now. So now we're sort of waiting on the cooldown for our burst skill. So we really do need to make sure we use our burst skill as quick as possible. Okay, so the rotation's starting to come back together. So now I'm just auto-attacking really until my burst is up again, and then we can do our burst combo. Okay, it's pretty relaxed overall now. Okay, so that's like 37k there, and that's very comfortable. Okay, so I think I actually understand that pretty well now. Okay. So we are really saving our, or using our breaching strike, not breaching strike, it's disrupting stab when we are on our dagger apps. You're trying to see what makes Power Spellbreaker good if you don't really use the counter of it. You'll basically use the counter of it whenever you want to negate a mechanic. On Sarah CM, you can use it on Despair Puddle Drops, which those are actually very punishing mechanics. You can use it to basically negate a bunch of things. But yeah, really it's just, do you not want to dodge? And if you don't want to dodge, you just pop full counter there. So it's really just a free negate all damage button for a moment. That's the main thing about it. But yeah, it's also incredibly simple to play. It's very durable. If we take a look at some of the traits here, let's see. Yeah, gain bonuses for each dagger you equipped. Actually, it's better if you're using both daggers, because then you're getting a bunch of critical damage to healing. Yeah, it's really just there for the survivability, not necessarily using it for the damage. This trait line here is interesting. Like Blade Master here, gain expertise, gain condition damage while wielding a sword. Sword skills gain reduced recharge. Doesn't really make any difference, but also none of the other skills do. But this is very, very easy conceptually, and even honestly just auto-attacking and using these good skills off cooldown, you're going to be hitting in the mid-30s anyway. So let's try and go again. I think I might have cancelled a skill there, which is not ideal. And that's starting to really come together now. And we can queue our skills pretty well there. So I need to make sure I go straight into auto-attacking there. But yeah, this loops basically perfectly. So we're just killing time with auto-attacking and using our burst. Auto-attack now until our burst is off cooldown. And just execute a big old burst. Yep, that's now 38k, so that has gone up even higher, honestly. Not too bad. Hang on, can I turn on Alt-Shift T, turn on Arc. Yeah, that's 38k. That was very chill. I would just take it into a very quick raid, quick play. But cool, we've sort of understood the full rotation now, which is very nice. Okay, let's go into a cheeky raid, quick play. There's a few other things we could potentially do. We could bring Winds of Disenchantment if we want a bunch of extra boon rip. Also don't like how they decrease the lack up time on Amalgam. Yeah, they definitely seem to be making a bit of a push for boon providing classes to need to take... Oh no, Old Line's caught. They're making a bit of a push for some boon providing classes to actually need to take a bunch of Ritualist or Diviner's gear to actually make their build function, which is a bit of a pivot from what they used to do. But it's amazing just how big of a hit, particularly Steam Shrieker Amalgam got, because yeah, that build was well and truly overpowered. Very few people actually play it well, but a boon providing build doing 46k was wild. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely a bit of a turnaround on what they used to do. I'm going to stand on the edge. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and that is true. It can also be very stupid to try and get that gear as well. It's one of the main reasons it's a bit annoying. This is very relaxed. Okay, we're kind of, I'm going to say we're through the hardest part of this. Connor says, well, having all legendaries. Yeah, I mean, that is true. I do have many, many legendaries. But yeah, I recognize that's a problem for most people who play, is that, yeah, the acquisition method for... The acquisition method for different types of gear is a relevant thing to consider when deciding whether or not to play a build. Yeah, it's hard to recommend to new players, oh yeah, just pick up this build that requires a very specific niche set of gear that you need a specific piece of content to get. So even though I've got more or less full legendary, it's very easy for me to get a new set of gear. That is not the case for everyone. Yep, I like this. Very, very chill. I know, I totally got that was a joke as well. Yeah, I like this. I don't like that there, but hey. Yeah, we can't really do too much about it there. I'm just going to sit here and chill. And much as say get full Berserk and get these 4 pieces of Finest gear, that one Assassin's Rest Berserkers, yeah. And honestly, when it comes to, you know, whenever I'm making a build guide, depending on what's needed, Oh. Oh. Depending on what's needed, I might actually, make some changes to the build in its particular gear. Ah, okay. Whoop. In order to make it easier for other players to pick up. Let's go get some reses. And so particularly with our Power Condor guy, when I was talking about, the particular pieces of gear to swap out for Diviners, it's much easier for me to say. Just get a full set of Diviners trinkets and keep the rest Berserker. It makes it very easy for people to conceptually understand. Aren't Magi Givers and Harriers also X-Back lock? Givers no, Magi's no, that's core. Harrier is Living Wild Season 4, I believe. But Magi's is a core stat, and Givers as well. And that's a Winter's Day stat in particular. Resurrectors. Pop that out here. And then we'll just chill here, auto attack for a bit until our burst is about up. I thought it was because you couldn't buy the Ascended Trinkets with Laurels or Fractal coins. Yeah, what you can buy with Fractals and Laurels, green, red, blue. There we go. Yeah, what you can buy with Laurels and Fractals is a bit limited as well. Does anyone remember the old Magic Finder Ascended rings you could get? I used to have some of those floating around. They were quite fun. I will just go keep green over here, keep everyone happy. Ow! Ow! Hello, I'm going to come in for some healing. Hello. Both sides run away. Big target. Big leap. Oh, sorry about that, Phil. It's so annoying when you have DC and can't get back into the meta event you're looking at doing. That's always so annoying. Come on, come out here. I was going to say, do a quick raid, quick play. Proceeds to get Old Lions caught. Oh. I'm not going to want to leap to the boss. Loving this space. We can just get Indigo down. It's basically free. Never say one do a quick raid, quick play, always get OLC. Yep, ain't that the truth. That's right. There we go. Things have stabilized now. I mean, I feel like people have gotten better at OLC, honestly, since it's been a quick play. The first few weeks of it were really rough, but I feel like people have adapted to it, at least. Seven cloud providers never show you're in a hurry, like can smell fear. Yeah, it's like a dog or a horse, it can smell fear. Give us the green one. Okay. Get in and do a bit of burst. There we go. Home stretch now. We got him. Okay, excellent. I'm going to take a quick break now, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Sit tight. Welcome back, my Guild Wars 2 aficionados. Have you ever found yourself in a boss fight, happily mashing your buttons, drowning in all these flashy effects, and ever thought to yourself,
golly gee willikers, I sure do wish someone could tell me how many damages I'm doing.
Well, today you're in luck, because today I am going to walk you through how to set up Arc DPS so you can bask in the glory of all of these damages that you are doing. Welcome back, friends. Guild Wars 2 has an amazing combat system, but it can be really hard to tell if you're actually doing well, especially compared to those around you. This game just doesn't give you the tools to know exactly how well you are doing, but today I come with a solution. Arc DPS. Arc DPS is the damage meter created by Delta Connected and has been used by the Guild Wars 2 endgame community for years. It gives you all kinds of information that you can use to check your performance at the game. You have damage per second, break bar damage, boon uptime, healing, condition cleansers, you name it. In my view, this is the single greatest tool you have at your disposal to improve your gameplay and make all your endgame wishes come true. So first, let me show you how I use it. So here on my screen, you can see windows for everyone's damage, break bar damage, boon uptime, as well as some smaller windows showing my personal damage and healing, as well as my FPS and ping. Because as someone from Australia, if my ping ever dips below 200 milliseconds, I will know about it. So today I'm going to walk you through step by step how to go from this to this. A quick sidebar before we start. I hear some of you asking, will I be banned if I use Arc DPS? Short answer, no. ArenaNet has allowed the use of Arc DPS for years and has even worked with the creator to ensure that it is compliant with their own terms of service. ArenaNet do not officially support Arc DPS, however, so they will not be able to help you if you run into any issues with Arc DPS. So don't waste your time contacting support. And just don't use your newfound power and knowledge to bully other players. Your friends and family will disown you, and picking on other players can get you banned. Now, let's walk through the installation. All links will be in the description, so do not worry about it. Visit deltaconnected.com, head straight to the bottom of the page, click download, and download the latest d3d11.dll file. You'll then drag this file into the Guild Wars 2 directory in your program files. This is right next to the Guild Wars 2 launcher if you want to check. So for now, you're done. Launch Guild Wars 2, and once you're in the game, press Alt, Shift, and T to bring up the Arc DPS options. Here, you can click the checkboxes to enable different windows. The ones I prefer to use for PvE are area stats, which will default to showing your group's DPS. We can also customize it to show you other things like break bar damage, which we will touch on in a bit. You can bring up the area buffs table to show your group's buff uptime. We will be customizing this further in a little bit, so don't worry for now. Metrics is a personal preference, but I personally really like to see my FPS and ping at all times. You can easily skip this one if required though. Last up, we have self stats, which can be really useful seeing your own DPS and healing at a glance separate to your group. You can click and drag any of these windows to whatever position you prefer, so mess around, see what works for you. And right now we have one area stats window which defaults to the DPS meter we all know and love. However, we can do more. In PvE in particular, it's really nice to see how much breakbar damage people are doing. This way you can see just how much you're carrying the break bars atop your broad, muscular shoulders. To add this window, bring up the Arc DPS options and add another area stats window. Right click on the header of this new window and click Advanced Stats. Then click on the break bar checkbox in the squad section, and that's it. As well as a DPS meter, you now have a break bar damage meter as well. Now this is a personal preference, but I am not a huge fan of the Arc DPS buffs meter. I've never found this one particularly easy to read, but however, we can improve it. Next up, we'll exit out of Guild Wars 2, head over to the GitHub page for the Arc DPS boon table by Noxfighter, link in the description below, and we can find a much more customizable boon table. Click over to the latest release, download the D3 D9 Arc DPS table DLL and place it in the same folder as your original Arc DPS DLL file. Relaunch the game, and now we have access to a much nicer boon table. Press Alt-Shift-T to bring up the Arc DPS options and make sure you have the boon table checked, and press Alt-Shift-B to bring up the boon table if it's still missing. If you right click on the boon table, you'll have a whole host of customization options. The first one I recommend is going to the display menu and setting the max number of displayed rows to 10. If you don't do this and wander into a meta event with 50 players, you'll end up with this monstrosity. And we're back. Welcome back everyone. Just adjusting a slightly janky headphone setup. Okay, that's all taken care of. So let's just take a quick look and see what else is online. Or what are the weeklies? Well, the weeklies honestly don't really mean all that much going on. What are the dailies right now? Because that could be fun to go and form up and do. No, I'm just going to press every single incorrect button. Oh, it's also actually DPS library. Let's go. I want the boon table one. I want the unofficial extras. I want... Nope, I literally did not want that. I want squad roles. Okay. Installed. Let's see if those... Maybe they'll just automatically start. We will see. Okay. Daily raid bounties. Woo! Got a cheeky Greer in there. Okay, that's fine. Squad, raid mode. Okay. Daily. Did you agree? Yes, you did hear Greer. I can't even like mouse over your name. Is that you, Far? Daily raids. I don't think we need any real specific roles here. Boon heal, boon DPS, DPS, state role. New Josh, hello. Yep, I know it. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. Can I buy everything? Definitely cannot. I honestly should probably just hold off buying those. I think I should. /D. Okay, got a... Whoop, that started to fill. Alright. Growling Star is a heal. Dark is QDPS. Thanks for that, Afaro. DPS. Okay. Get Greer done first. Hey, Brother from Mars, welcome in. What new builds are you doing? We are doing, well, first we're starting off with Power Spellbreaker. And we had some good fun on that on the Golem in a Meta event. We got a DPS, that is Dr. Greta, so I need a Q heal. And on a quick raid before, and we improved on it on the actual Golem as well, so we're living large. Q heal. Okay, so what do we lose? TY go Q heal. That is overclocked cookies. That will be Q heal. They go down here. Now I need another Q DPS. Yes. There we go. So now I need a Q DPS. Edit. And also, as soon as I get a Q DPS, I can go and actually enter the instance. TY go Q DPS. That's Roderick. So you go down here, advertise. Now it's just DPS. Job done. Okay. And yeah, PK, if you're having no issues on Kashi, I might have to give that a shot at some point. And do Greer. Because yeah, it's been real frustrating having these like little janky issues on Nobara.
Wasn't expecting a hike. Going to scout ahead.
Curious to see what boon rip this has.
Is that?
Strike target, remove boons. Okay, so we got some boon removal, 2 boons removed on the burst skill, which is pretty nice. Let's just start pushing people into subs. Done. Ouch. Presumably we need to wait for our healers to get here. That was a long burst there. Alright. So it's raised so much convergence. Similar in the sense of like you may recognize mechanics, but they're like way more punishing. And yeah, this raid will be drastically harder than the convergence. Auto training.
Sorry, I was gonna wait at the base of the mountain for you, but what can I say? The call of research.
Glad I made it before things escalated.
Ha, you and me both. Now, you got a couple of titans to kill. I'm here to observe. Just be careful if you're headed out. Haven't been able to
Okay,
scout
let's
much
go
farther
run
right now.
on in.
Heavy concentrations of the disease. Might wanna-
Instant burst, love it. Okay. Let's go to one of our healers as well, get them up. Let's go get everyone up. Cool, everyone's back. I swear this never used to hurt this much. Okay, let's try it. This is stinging like nothing. Get them up. There we go. Got it.
Rare and valuable.
Greer is always the spiciest of the encounters, I think.
Fascinating.
Okay, and then... No. Reflect, if given the choice. And use, there we go. Need to learn more raids? You should absolutely come along to some of our sessions. The raids are fantastic fun and I highly recommend it. I'm going to take that. Let's go down. GG. Lose someone already. Okay. That was spicy. Let's get the recheck again. Up we get. Weird Ogle just landed to jump on like this particular encounter. Run in. And run in. There we go. Cancel the ready check. Okay. Does everyone know? Let's see. Ready check. Should be fine now.
6 feet tall.
Away from me. Visions of blood swirling through the verge. Starting to grow.
Almost there. Settle in.
Into my web.
And dodge. there's everyone. Alright, that's a CC, that might be. Okay. GG. Let's see. What else could I do here to make this easier? Looking at the groups, yeah, we've got 2 mesmers. There should actually be a reasonable amount of stab. Yeah, Greer is always a bit of the pug slayer. Duration 5 seconds. Okay, so I might use that.
Health, vigor, recovery.
And yeah, I've got some reflex as well. Oh, I hate the fact that it targets that one.
6 feet tall.
Do I do a lot of CMs? Occasionally, it sort of just depends. No reflex. Okay, yeah, GG. We'll skip Greer. Yeah, we will skip Greer. That is not happening. We'll come back and do Greer, I think, in another group. So let's go MO. So we can come back and do another group, but yeah, this isn't really vibing. Okay.
I'm over here.
On the way.
Okay, let's see. Who is Boone and Heal? Okay, so A DPS there. So A heal, so I need a... You cannot be defeated. Oh yeah, definitely not by our current comp. So Growling is A heal, so I need a Q DPS. Daily raids. Yeah, we're skipping Greer for now. So I need a...
Is this a prison?
Q DPS. Q heal. DPS stage roll. Actually, can you Q? No, they can stay that. Alright, what do we have? Actually, I feel like we can revisit Greer. Troy. Go Q DPS. And so we got Q DPS. So I need a Q heal for the next sub. Oh, that filled instantly. Okay. Need a Q heal by the looks. Okay. Or do we just bite the bullet and solo? Nah, we need it. Okay. Hafaro, are you... Oh, you can feel... Yeah, Hafaro, if you can Q heal, that would be amazing. That will make life much easier. Okay, compound entrance. Now this should be fine.
All right. Lead the
And I think, yeah, for Greer later, I'll come as a heal.
Of course we'd have to find a dead body.
Not my fault.
Jack, how's it going, mate? Wonderful to see you.
I see
I was
we're
trying to see if
late
there's
the
Addy
party.
behind me, but no, it's just one of her
Totally not
toys.
my fault.
Would you stop that already? Why would someone barricade themselves in here? What's on the other side?
So this build didn't get changed in the last few months. Q heal Catalyst, yeah, I think that's fine. That shouldn't have been changed recently.
Sound.
And occasionally do like CM, sort of just depends. We gotta do this.
That thing is huge. Why did you make them so big?
Balance magic to shrink. Wear it down. Before you spirit, guide us. This one's too bold, too daring. Must
We'll pull it over here.
Sorrow.
Why is holiday magic in there? Hurry, get it out.
Good, at least this one sort of makes its way over here. Oh great, someone's... there we go.
Okay, now lead it to shrinking platform.
Yeah, it's just, it's aggroed on someone else here.
Yes, shrunk is good.
Maraca Pinata, lovely.
Why is holiday magic in there? Hurry, get it out.
Okay, so now we've got to wait again. So I have to actually load up on CC a bit earlier. Let's see, what do I have here? Yes, that's my knockback. That's my actual CC, that's just good damage. That's my CC. There we go.
Endearment off charts. Must stabilize cuddle ratios.
Vitality restored.
Yes, there we go.
Lead it to shrinking platform.
Easy now.
Brilliant. Okay, so next bit done. Histon, welcome in. Great to have you here. Yeah, I think we'll form up for Greer after we do this. And so much you need to sorting and appraise would do twins. Yeah, it's annoying. I wish you would just jump to the boss.
Why are you doing this, Kadeem?
Okay, so where is it? Over here. Cool, so sub 2 left, 3 right.
Hey, any problems?
None? What is this place?
Do we have Canute and Joya here? I honestly don't have much of a preference as to which one I face. I'm going whichever one's on that side. I'm not sure. Is it Canute or Nakari?
But this place is far more than street and piles of junk.
Quite a reward.
Is what forges your legendary realms. It is an artifact of incredible power, and I want it.
It's not a CC, is it? No.
I've new playthings for you.
Okay, we'll just wait on this.
Perhaps I'll give you your
Asking as you hate Nakari and always love to be at right side. Ah, fair.
the twin Largos assassins, Nakari and Canute.
Look, sister. The gin is throwing us some light.
Ah.
Amusing.
Just get to ready check again.
Don't try too hard. This will be embarrassing enough for you.
Oop. I should have dodged that. How very not professional of me. Dodge. Oh, the animation lock though, that was rough. So yeah, I need to be mindful my my burst skill will lock me. Yeah, but I really don't like Spellbreaker on this encounter.
Rest, brother. You're the only one getting embarrassed now.
Good baiting. Dodge. Oop. That's 3 right. That's me. I'm going right.
Fight with me, brother. The gin's finally giving us something with teeth.
going down a bit.
The water draws close. Your hourglass is nearly empty.
Love whirling axes. Very fun skill. Get the res.
Back on my feet.
Power res. Okay, I need to be really careful of the burst skill. Another mini as well. Okay. Yes, I love it. Okay, looks like everything else is fine, I presume. Daily. Cold War. I'm going to presume it's just DPS. State roll. So now I need a Q DPS. You know what? Like, I understand why not doing Cold War on the regular is fine. Just come here. But when it's a daily, it's not particularly onerous at all. It doesn't really take longer than like a daily OLC.
6 feet tall.
Get an extra 1k HP there. Okay, so we've done pretty well in terms of minis, which is nice. We're starting to recoup some of our magnetite.
Take this! Stay back!
Still not technically in combat. So I might just run around, just randomly auto attack things.
Green becomes one more for the next.
Let's go pick up as many little orbs as we can. Presume it gives us a bunch of buffs. Nice. It's good once we finally actually get to a boss. Okay, keep an eye out for maybe any Shazukas or something. Maybe not. Bunch of Shazukas going. Go pick one up. Oh, it's already gone. Big boss, here we go. Or in my case, I just get completely murked. Dodge that. I think what we'll do, after we do this one, I'll take a quick break, and then I will reform for Greer. So I want to get Greer done, because it's a daily. Plus, it comes to be quite a fun encounter when it goes well, but I think we'll just grab a healer that has a bajillion stability. I'm feeling like Heal Conduit. Here's the boss. Dodge. That's a lot of damage. I love it. It's a little bit painful as a melee character. It's good if everyone like brings as many pulls as possible. A bunch of Reapers here with Spectral Grasp will just go absolute gangbusters. Loving all those combo finishes. We've got the Champion Ice Giant here. big knockback. Let's go try and that one's already nuked. What about this one? Yeah, let's honestly just stay stacked on the group here. Things are starting to get a little bit hectic. Seven reward chest, not too bad. Touch out of that. I got dodged on that one. I dodged one too early. Just make sure we open everything here. Make sure we actually open the big chest. That should be 7 chests. Not too bad. Okay, we will dip for now. Elric, how's it going? Welcome in, my friend. Okay, I don't think we've got anything particularly outstanding there. Let's go just do some quick exchanges. Oh, can we not exchange the... Oh, we can't. That's a sell at trading post kind of deal. Wow, that really does not sell for much. Alright, we'll be back in a moment. I'm going to take a very quick break. We'll see everyone in a minute. Sit tight. massive nerf. Previously, you could open this chest every day on every single one of your characters, guaranteed insta time. You can only do this once per day across your entire account. The second this was done, the price of Jade Runestones from 30 all the way up to almost 2 gold. At the time of recording, prices have fallen and they're sitting somewhere between 80 to 90 silver, which is still almost 3 times the price of where we used to be. On a regular day, I'd have 15 spare characters parked at this chest, and was making absolute bank off the few seconds it took me to log onto each character, loot the chest, and be on my merry way. With this update, however, we need to tweak our strategy. Fortunately, we can still farm a very similar amount of gold with less time, less effort, and with far fewer characters. The biggest change we need to deal with is that we need to park our characters in multiple different chests across Cantha. First up, all isn't lost for the new Kaineng City jumping puzzle. We can still loot this chest once per day on our account. So go ahead and leave your least favourite character here. You can either complete the jumping puzzle to get here, or you can just do what I did and use a teleport to friend to one of the noble and selfless commanders that leave their characters parked here. Next up, we have 4 chests located in Eckervald Wilds. These 4 chests are fairly close together and will give you a guaranteed Jade Runestone each day. Each of these will be far easier for you to get if you have the Sky Scale unlocked. I will be showing how to get these chests without Sky Scale, however, so don't worry. Our first chest is located above the Jade Gate waypoint. Here you can just Sky Scale your way up the nearby buildings to the chest platform, or you can do it up the tree branches. This chest will be guarded, so bring a build you're comfortable with. Once you're done, park your character off the platform nearby so you don't get murked when you log in. You can also take these zip lines to get up into the branches and make your way to the chest without the Sky Scale. Our next chest is going to be located down below the Jade Gate waypoint. A quick note, you're going to need the Crypt Seeker achievement for getting access to the chest in this cave. If you don't have it, you'll be kicked out, so make sure you get this achievement beforehand. Simply jump down from the Jade Gate waypoint and head south to this cave. You can instantly open this chest, so there's no need to defeat the mobs that guard it. Simply loot it, run back outside the cave, log out, and move on with your day. Our next chest is going to be located above the Teleri village point of interest. This chest will be on a platform high above the village, so just use the Magicka Sky Scales to make your way there. If you have no Sky Scale, then you can follow the route shown on screen. It's quite a long path with many zip lines and a small waltz through the tree branches, but don't worry, I believe in you. As long as you park a spare character here, you won't need to make this trek every time. Again, you can open this chest instantly, so there is no need to defeat the mob guarding it, so feel free to leave a weaker character here. Our last chest is going to be located north of Mori village. It's also right near this mastery point shown on the map. Simply head north of the village, crack open your Sky Scale, and profit. Again, I've shown the way to get this chest without the Sky Scale. Simply head into the lake area, hug the right wall, take the zipline into the branches, use a springer to make your way over to the right. Once you're at a suitably high point, don't worry, you do have a bit of leeway here, just glide and make your way to the chest. This chest is guarded by another elite mob, so bring something that you can fight it with, or just be like me and park a thief here. Once you're done, park your character safely up on this hut so you don't get attacked. And with that, you can now grab 5 Jade Runestones each day, and make almost 5 gold profit, based on today's prices at least, for only a few seconds of work. 5 gold a day over a month is an extra 150 gold in your wallet for next to no effort. Make sure you park your spare characters here, you're gonna thank me later. Thank you all so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe for our next video. We have tons of build guides in the works, and lots of other helpful tips to make your Guild Wars 2 life easier and much more profitable. If you are looking for the best way to manage your Guild Wars 2 add-ons, then I've got you covered. Today I'm going to walk you through how I easily stay on top of all of my Guild Wars 2 add-ons with the incredible Nexus add-on manager. Let's dive in. Now, first things first, to download Nexus, you're going to head over to raidcore.gg and simply download the installer from here. Now, depending on your browser, you may get a security pop-up. And we are back. Welcome back, everyone. Okay, I think we will reform up now for some cheeky Greer. So for that, I might actually grab my Revenant. And I'm going well, Enric. I'm glad you're going well as well. Okay. Yeah, so we'll reform for Greer, but we'll make it a bit more of a specific Greer group. Okay. So we will form up now. If anyone does want to join, you can join up on us here. We're on EU. So I will be quick healer. Yeah, you've got that add-on working now. Raids. Daily Greer. I'll actually specify XP. Boon heal. Boon DPS. DPS. State roll. There we go. So let's get set up on... That's a ritual set. It's Harrier. Is having a good J-bot a big advantage? Yes. Mine's like tier 1. And you get a bunch of extra health with it as well, so I do recommend getting it. And yeah, the upgrades you can equip because of it is very handy. Whoop, shit, that's full. HD. Go to DPS. Says here. Okay, advertise. So now I need... But you can get a lot of the benefits of the full tier 10 if you just go up to tier 6. That will let you equip all the upgrades that the T10 will give you, but it'll just mean you'll have a little bit less extra HP. I need an A DPS, A heal, A DPS. Okay, so that's all set up now. Let's go into the aerodrome. So I can like do a little bit of the weekly stuff. I definitely want to at least get all of the mystic coins that I can in particular. We got 8 of 10. What do we get? Okay, so remove that's generic is A DPS, so you come with me. So now I need an A heal. Perfect. I'm glad they actually joined on a roll that we requested.
Spirits of the wild.
So weekly purchases, get all of these.
Until we meet again.
It's effectively 20 gold's worth of materials right there. And we're almost done with Castor and Coral as well, so that would be a great one to tick off. We just need an A heal to join. Actually, it's a Pyro one. Oh, yeah, it's actually get on my correct set here. I've got Harriers, Open World, Boon Heal. There we go. So I've got Conduit set up. What do we get? Need an A heal. So Zoya. There's Aox. There we go. At least they asked. Okay, so how survivable are we here? Let's just check our gear. Okay, this is all minstrels, which is good. Are playing on EU? You're Australian? Yes, I am playing on EU. I cycle between NA and EU depending on the day. I find EU gives... It's a better time zone to play. More people are online, particularly if you play in the evenings in Australia, whereas NA will usually give you slightly better ping. But yes, I'm also Australian. Alright, we got someone in, let's see. It's Malden, perfect. So there will be a heal, mark him as that. Great. So now I just need, now I can search for DPS. There we go, instantly fill. Okay, let's go into Mount Balraya. Greer. So I can give some stability here, and I can give it by shattering my tablet inventory.
Going to scout ahead. Is that?
The heck you... Excellent timing, Commander.
I see little has changed.
Okay, let's go here. Just stripped all of our quickness, which is rough. Where is the champion Lucid Bomber? It's already going a lot more smoothly. Turn off snap target here because I don't really want it. Yep, everyone stayed alive there pretty well, which is good.
Sorry, I was gonna wait at the base of the mountain for you, but what can I say? The call of research.
Glad I made it before things escalated.
Ha, you and me both. Now, you got a couple of titans to kill. I'm here to observe. Be careful if you're headed out. I can scout much farther myself. Titan spawn. Everywhere.
Tell me you saw it.
Concentration's over to the east and west. Might want to pick a direction and start there. Did far too long. Now, don't get yourself killed.
I won't res. If you're a DPS, you should... I will res here because no one else is doing it. But if you're a DPS, you should be resing. Shadowbentari. Keep some bubbles up. Make sure to be stacked on your healer. There we go, not too bad. let's go lob some food down for everyone. We've got some food. Beautiful. The reason we're taking this build is because we have access to projectile reflect, and we have copious amounts of stability and Condi cleanse if we need it, and good amounts of CC. So I really quite like it for this encounter. So yeah, don't overlap these. Try to get everyone up there. Go over this way.
Visions of blood swirl through the murk. Into my web.
Well, we can just stack this up here. Stability. Atari bubble, very good. I'm going to swap to staff. CC. Stability there. Should have not done that there. Bit of stability.
Can you hear it? The fire cannot be defeated.
Let's try and get Shane up. Oh, people have just stacked on that, and GG. Yeah, we lost 2 people at that point. Farah, yes, we're back for another round at Greer. It was going pretty well there until someone opted to stand directly on top of the Orb of Doom. Wasn't that too bad at to start. Boon up time in sub 3 is looking a little bit dicey, but salvageable. Don't overlap them. Oh. What was that?
Visions of blood swirling through the murk.
That was some nonsense right there. GG. Don't overlap the circles. It wiped it downed half the squad. Yeah, done with green last second. Yeah, greens were completely solved, and then the person who had green just moved in and then proceeded to wipe half the squad. Yeah, that should be fine. More stab is better. Yeah, more stab is honestly better. Do you think he'll chrono medic's feedback is the call to make the squad, to be honest? Yeah, you're probably not wrong, Sparse. That's probably a very correct statement. Good time to stand on that.
Visions of blood swirling through the branch.
Big stun break. Plenty of stability. Aegis. Okay, there we go. Probably try and Aegis that last slam. Yeah, I've got to try and Aegis that last slam. That boon up there is wild. Stand those AoEs.
Concentrate.
Everyone's back up.
Visions of blood swirling through the branch.
Oh boy. GG. Was that the right strategy there, just going straight to Mini Greer on that phase split? Because I feel like everyone just got overwhelmed there. Is that what is normally done? I feel like it is. Like providing the Aegis. Good job getting rid of those. Don't overlap, don't overlap, don't move them. Whatever you do, don't move them. Let's try and shatter this. Bubble up at least, so I can protect them from that. Nice. We'll try and at least protect everyone there. Those should just kind of immediately die. Just even more stability. Try and just power res everyone. Oh, that's like a cursed spot. It's about the worst spot that could have been.
Together we shall gather.
Yeah, I'm going to swap to Chrono for this. Okay. Yeah, so Medic's feedback. Well of Precog. see. Do we have medics feedback? Okay, medics feedback yet. Yeah, that should be fine. Yours, welcome in. Okay, how's this going? So I should be able to make this work. Oh, don't want that. I want to use that there.
Away from me.
Okay, so I might even sub out this for Mimic. Yeah, the boss was bugged there, so yeah, we just started it and GG'd so we can actually get another proper attempt on it. Yep. That looks right.
Away from me.
Oh, GG. Oh, GG. Wrong trait. Soz. I guess MGG. Hang on. There we go. Seize the moment. There we go. We've got quickness now. But that one I just realized I had the wrong trait equipped, so no quickness. Okay. I think we're fine now. Probably. Yeah, that's all fine. Might even take Grav well there.
Away from me. Visions of blood swirling.
Gotta be on the group, can't be running off by yourself.
Into my web.
Now, if we could stop dying here.
does not want to ripen and decay.
Ah,
Stop the growth. I concentrate.
okay, let's get them up.
Cannot be defeated.
So yeah, I think I should take Power Break here, honestly. Or Mantra of Concentration. Just stack up here.
Embrace entropy.
Okay, now let's just dodge through that. I'm not going to bother reflecting that. Oh, someone got nuked by that. GG. Oh, Greer is a bit of a nightmare. Honestly, I might even avoid pugging this in the future because it's just... Whew. Yeah, I'm going to run Mantra of Concentration. Lost a Q DPS. Okay. Any Chrono Enjoyers? Anything else I should be doing here? DPS, perfect. Okay, so let's just double check. We have quickness if we shatter and summon a phantasm. Let's check the build actually. So it has been a while since I've looked at it. Mesmer, let's get the ready check going. Healburn Chrono. Yep. Oh, I take that. That's a different change. Yeah, that will help with our boon generation, actually. sidestep that.
Back on their feet.
Into my web.
And stability. Need some more CC. There we go, getting the hang of it now. That was better. You don't need to spread those, that's fine. And stability. Shouldn't have used that there, that was a bad call. Okay. Okay, these ones might be a little bit dicey. Just dodge straight through the boss's hitbox, it's fine, it does like minimal combos.
Into my web. Putrid storm heralds.
Beautiful blend of tones.
Oh, there we go. And stability. More stability. Extra stability. Just all the stability. Add a bit more stability. Oh, yep, bring that onto the group. There we go. Ample stability, that's good. Go. Yep. Chrono is god tier on this encounter still. Oh, that knockback was rough. Cool, let's just try and salvage. There we go, got some stability. Try and res. Still salvageable. BCC. Rear is a rough one every week. He's just decided to go for a walk. Definitely a choice.
I concentrate.
Do we just burst? Got him. Oof. We got there. Yep, I'm probably just never going to not bring Chrono to that from here on out. Chrono is honestly just too good. I think I'm sort of gimping if I'm bringing anything else. He ran to Tempest Fire Elemental. Did they? Slow, that sounds absolutely cursed. Ah, sweet. Oh, longbow. One of the many weapons I do not need.
Rare treasure.
Yeah, Chrono's just too good for that. Even better, running 2 Chronos would be even better. Oh, let's add that to our list. And now, let's go to... I'll finish off this one. This one we might jump back onto our conduit. Guild Wars 2, Castor and Coral. Heal bar Greer tank. It has 600 quickness range. That would actually be great. That would sound really, really good. Anything that has like amazing quickness range would be pretty nice there. feel like Greer is going to be quite spicy once the DPS nerf comes on in. Okay, let's go finish off. Also, squad is sus with homing orb dodges, just distort them. Oh yeah, you can do that AoE sort of group distort. Very true. Nice, so that is now done.
That looks valuable.
And we just got an Ascended Staff and an Ascended Sword. Pretty cool. I don't need any swords now because I accidentally crafted a legendary sword, but for a free Ascended Staff, that's not bad. And that's a nifty skin as well. Oh, I like the effect on it though. That's cool. Let's get it. We're getting too full of ascended gear. We're suffering from our own success. Although I could honestly salvage any longbows. Any longbows that could give me useful things. I'm probably not going to need an Ascended Focus for a bit. Oh, actually, I'll put that one there. I could keep that. How many Ascended Warhorns would I realistically need? That's the thing. Yeah, let's do that. I can delete that at the very least. Anything else here that I can kind of nuke? I got quite a few. I'll check. I shouldn't need that many maces. Celestial one, malicious. I'll delete that one because I'm probably not going to use it. Got another mace there. It's a hammer. I feel like I don't need any more ascended hammers because I've got. Honestly, I've got that one there as well. Yeah, honestly, let's just get rid of them. Got quite a few Warhorns. There's a Healer's Warhorn. There's an Assaulter's one. Warhorn ends up being more of a supportive weapon, so I can noink that as well. Yeah, and that can honestly go. Healer Torch. I've also got a few. Yeah, let's just yoink some of these because the Astral Claim will be more useful. Got a rando staff there. What's that? Yeah. And then we can consolidate a bunch of this as well. There we go, got a bit more space to work with. Oh yeah, whenever you're swapping out a credit card like that, it's always annoying. It's also like really bad whenever you move as well. Having to update your address everywhere, super annoying. Okay, so let's go in here. That was a nice little quest there, and yeah, you get 2 ascended weapons for it. That's pretty good value, especially if you're in the market for ascended gear. It's nice. Okay. Salvage tools. Let's get a set of these.
That looks valuable.
Okay, cool. So that would have given us a bunch of extra magnetite. What are we on now? Yeah, 884, so that's good. Yeah, I was sort of hurting for a bit of that for a while. Literally, some platforms just add the credit card, while others like Steam make a test payment and refund. Yeah, it's really interesting seeing what different platforms do for that. You're very right. It's never consistent. Okay. What's involved in actually doing the Colored Bowl quest? Was it Knight of the Thorn? To Knight of the Thorn. Into the Heart of Thorn story. Does this have to be done on the character you do this on? Or do I have a broken Colored Bulb anywhere? I should check. Yeah, let's check on Guild Wars 2 efficiency. I honestly don't know if I do. We can check it maybe Miani here.
Let's see the color of your coin.
Okay, nope, I've got it on my Necro.
You'll find everything you need here.
Oh nice, actually got a few of those. That makes more spirit shards. Nice. I guess, yeah, this Colored Bulb has just been sitting here for some time. Yep, no, it's there. Okay, so let's go into any home instance. Easy one I find is always near Salma. So happy the full Legendary is kind of around the corner for you. That's really exciting. Just in the final parts of Endless Summer and no more worrying about gear. It's such a fun point to get to. Where is Radius? Where do they live? Somewhere near the entrance of your home instance. Maybe if I search for Thorn. No, how do I start this? Okay, Spiritwood Sile of Natural Essence. Where is Radius? And let's turn on the show all NPC names. Let's go to a bit of a look around here. It should be available in any instance. One, the extra AP will be nice, but also it can be quite nice to enter weapons, and I think they did update it as well, so you can get a spear.
That's a fair price. I'll take 2, my good man.
Okay, we can probably go to the Grove as well. It can only be on the tune that finished the story. That is a good question. Which one would have done it? It's most likely Pot of Thorns. Replay. Yeah, so this one has done it. It's a collection unlocked. No, so I might need to go talk to someone in the Grove. Let's try that. Is that Evan? Welcome in. Ah, his person with the marker. Okay.
It's nice to see you.
Okay. In we go. I might have deleted the mail. That wouldn't surprise me. Oh, Spectre's still my main for everything and binging my videos lately. Oh, thank you. That's really kind of you. No, Revenant's been my main for quite some time now. I do really enjoy Spectre, especially open world comedy Spectre. That's a really good one.
It's all skill and a little luck.
Okay.
Live well.
I'd like to ask you. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. So we need to get a vision crystal, super easy. So then let's mark the... Oh, confer with what's-his-face there. Let's go do that as well. Do I have the map unlocked? I do. Good. So I remember doing this quest a couple years ago, way back when I made my first... I think it may have actually been my first YouTube video, the Ascended Gearing Guide. Because yeah, the Night of the Fallen quest is really, really good. 10 AP, sweet. I've been searching for a main for everything. A Spectre really hit with Scepter Dagger, just struggling a bit with quick transition fights. This Condi takes so long to ramp. Yeah, that's going to be a... kind of no matter what you do on Spectre in particular, because it doesn't really ramp that quick compared to some other Condi builds, particularly some burning ones. You might struggle a bit on those fights in particular, but that issue is sort of present across sort of any real condition damage fight. Thorn? Ah, here we go. Let's do that. And Dreams of a Thorn. This one's in Verdant Brink. Let's see if I can turn on... Let's see, Blish HUD. And we'll go to Verdant Brink. I'll see actually if this will have any of the things marked for us. Pathing. AP guards. Thorns Verdant Brink. Will it have it? There might honestly be a pack that does it. No, we'll just pull up the image. So this one lives somewhere down here. All right about there. Hey, you're doing your first ever raids via quick play. The Mitrin Unca fights were fun, but yeah, by the time you were rolling the fight phased, yeah. The Mitrin fight in particular, that is a bit of a cursed fight for quite a few condition damage builds, because yeah, it phases so quickly. Spectre's not too bad on Unca, because yeah, Spectre is basically fully ranged, which is super handy. Ah, Shard of Calibolg, okay. You're all. Resounding success. Beautiful. Just going to park our character here for the moment. Take a quick break and back in a smidge. Sit tight. Do you want to play one of the easiest, highest damaging builds in the game where you can simply mash a couple keys and watch this happen?
You have my sword.
Do you want to play a DPS build where you do not care what the rest of your team is doing because you are one of the most self-sufficient builds in the game? Do you want to play a build where you can customize it to provide all manner of useful utility to your team to carry them through even the hardest of content? Well, today your prayers have been answered. We are covering the majestic Power Soul Beast.
So it begins.
Welcome back, everyone. Power Soul Beast has been my go-to power damage build for the last few weeks, and I have been enjoying it to an astounding level. Here we have godlike levels of burst damage, so anything you find in open world is going to die exceptionally quickly. You are incredibly self-sufficient due to the baked-in boon extension that your build has, so you're always going to be having more boons than the rest of your team. You have the option to customize your build for some amazing utility. You've got group-wide Aegis, stability, damage reduction, boon extension, group-wide stun breaks, and outstanding levels of CC if you choose. So here you've got a DPS build that's going to put you at the top of the charts, all while still being able to carry your team through the hardest content. So buckle up everyone, you're going to enjoy this one. First up, for the basics of Soul Beast. Here we've got an elite specialization of the Ranger class, and instead of having to rely on managing your pet like every other Ranger build does, here you can merge with your pet by entering Beast mode. So here your pet will give you extra attributes based on the type of pet that you have, and it will give you access to 3 new beast skills that are similar to your pet skills that you can activate at any time of your choosing. Soul Beast is basically a purely offensive elite spec, which rocks both great condition damage and power builds, and I have personally enjoyed playing Soul Beast for years since it launched with Path of Fire. Like every Ranger build, we first need to cover off on the pets that we need. Here you can actually be fairly flexible with the pets that you use. However, for Power Soul Beast, they at least need to be a ferocious pet, i.e. it will give you extra power and ferocity when you merge with them. This is going to be needed to crank your damage as much as possible, so make sure you pick this. Having a ferocious pet is also going to give you access to the Worldly Impact Beast skill, which is going to be a key part of your damage rotation. Now in general, the Red Mower is going to give you the highest damage. On top of Worldly Impact, you're also going to get Harmonic Cry, which is a useful healing skill for yourself and nearby allies. But most importantly, we get Frenzied Attack, where you attack 5 times and inflict vulnerability. This skill is also going to be used to help upkeep the Fireworks Relic buff that we're going to talk about in our build later on. Another fantastic pet for extra CC will be the Rock Gazelle. Here we've got Kick for a little bit of extra damage, but most importantly, we've got Charge, which is going to apply some damage and do some great Defiance bar damage. A very nice pet for open world in particular is going to be the Smoke Scale. So here you can take this for some extra CC and the Smoke Assault skill, which is basically unrelenting assault from the Revenant. Here your takedown skill is going to apply some knockdowns or some extra break bar damage, and your Smoke Assault is going to conceal you and make you lash out nearby foes and gain extra might each time you strike an enemy. It is also an evade for some extra spice. Now you've got some extra choices to work with. As long as they are a ferocious pet, you're going to mostly be good to go. For our gear and food, it's very straightforward. Here we're going to take Berserker's gear in every slot. We're also going to be taking Rune of the Scholar for the extra power and ferocity. For our weapons, we're either going to take Sword, Axe and Hammer, or Axe, and Hammer, depending on your preference. And for our sigils, we're just going to be taking Sigil of Force and Sigil of Impact. Nice and simple. These sigils are going to give us the overall best strike damage modifiers for our power build, so it's a no-brainer. For our relic, we'll be taking Relic of the Fireworks. So when we use a skill that has a recharge time of 20 seconds or more, you'll gain 7% extra strike damage for 6 seconds. This relic is also affected by your beast skills as well, so Worldly Impact will trigger it. Frenzied Attack will also trigger it as well. So we're also going to structure our damage rotation to try and keep up this buff as much as possible. For our food and utility, we'll have our best power and ferocity food, so your sous vide steaks, and superior sharpening stones. It's a very simple build to gear, and a great one for new players to start with because Berserker's gear is widely available. Now for our weapons. Sword Axe is going to be your default choice and will give you the highest overall damage. Your sword auto attack is simply going to apply some strike damage, Sword 2 will leap you towards your target, is a leap finisher, and grants you some vigor whenever you strike an enemy, and will deal more damage against disabled, defiant, or movement impaired foes for good measure. Sword 3 will cause you to leap towards your target and cripple them, and if your target is disabled, defiant, or movement impaired, you will immobilize them instead. Not only that, it's a leap finisher and an evade, so you can use this as an alternative to a dodge if you're out of endurance. Axe 4 will throw an axe at your target so that it returns to you, and it will strike foes on each way. It's a projectile finisher, will pull enemies towards you, so will apply some break bar damage as well. And because this applies CC, it is going to trigger our trait twice as vicious later, which is going to be a key part of our damage rotation. Axe 5 will spin your axes around you and attack nearby foes 12 times. This is one of your biggest damage skills. Make sure you don't interrupt this. It does have quite a long channel. It's also a whirl finisher, so you can get some extra combo finishes, and it will reflect projectiles as well. We've also got some vulnerability being applied for good measure. Now for an alternative main hand weapon, you can use axe instead of sword. It has slightly lower sustain damage, but does have a little bit higher burst damage. And it also doesn't have any of the extra force mobility of Sword 3 and 2, which can be very nice if you want to maintain control of your character as much as possible. I find the force movement from Sword 2 and 3 especially spicy on things like Bone Skinner, where I need to be able to move very freely. It's much easier to play, and you're free to dodge so much more often. The axe projectiles also bounce between enemies, so it's great for open world farming. Axe 1 will simply bounce your target between multiple foes, and you gain might for each enemy struck. Axe 2 will throw a spread of 5 whirling axes that will cause enemies to bleed. Does some great strike damage as well. Axe 3 will throw an axe which will chill enemies in the area around your foe, and your pet's next attack will inflict weakness. Personally, a lot of the time I'm going to be using axe over sword axe, but really this is just a matter of personal preference. The extra mobility from sword can be very nice if you're wanting to stick to your target as much as possible. Now, hammer is the new toy from the Weapon Master update, and used to only be able to be used by Untamed, another Ranger Elite specialization. So here you can right click on your skills to toggle between. And we are back. Welcome back, everyone. Okay, let's find where this next one is. Okay, so I think this one lives right about here. I'm going to ask me as an Aussie, how does playing melee with our ping affect things like Dagger, Deadeye, and just big melee class in general? Anyways, going for range damage because you're worried about failing melee with 220 ping. It doesn't really impact, on fire, thanks to Hydrate and Standing Desk, it doesn't really impact melee versus range per se. It more so depends on the type of skills. Long story short, you can make any build work with higher ping. It's just that on some builds you may be a little bit limited in terms of like the maximum damage you can make. No need to apologize at all. Things that have a lot of very quick weapon swaps, legend swaps, achievement swaps, are more impacted by higher ping than others. I'd say things like Dagger, Deadeye isn't really impacted that much. Weaver builds, I think, are a bit impacted by it. I find personally Berserker builds are impacted by it, but generally it doesn't really matter that much. You can play melee, you can play range, that really isn't an issue. Just depends on how comfortable you are with the class. And in terms of when I said, you know, you'll be limited on some builds compared to others, it's really just, will you at maximum be able to hit like, you know, 95% of the benchmark versus like 92% of the benchmark or something. It's not really going to make that much of a difference for you. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. If you enjoy a class, stick with it. Zez, what's up? Wonderful to see you, mate. What are we doing right now? We are working on the Knight of the Thorn quest because some pre-ascended weapons sounds pretty sweet, actually. So we won't be doing the Turia meta. We're going to bounce around between the different maps. So we did the meta event in Starlit Wheel tonight because we needed that for the Castor and Coral quest. Did some raids, spent quite a bit of time on Greer trying to get that one done. Very good camp. Yeah. Gossick, what's up? No, by all means, like, ask all the questions you have. That's why I'm here. Okay, so I know where this next one is. Oh, I guess this meta event's already been done. Nice. Can I open anything here? Hey, we can. Free loot. Also, what's my... Yeah, cool. All my graphics there are the same, which is good. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Why don't I swap over to Reaper once I remove my many condies that I just applied to myself? I'm still sleepy, Gosek. Sorry to hear that. Let's swap over to Power Reaper. Power Reaper is going to be sitting very pretty after this patch. Nope, I'm not going to interact with the Aviator's memory box.
That's valuable.
You went through all your characters in the Golem. Funnily enough, you did the most damage on Spectre, hit 31k, all exotic on the 4 million Golem. But again, the Trash Monster Fast Phases and Fractals never had that much HP. That's a really good number to hit as well, because Spectre is a class that scales the more allies you have next to you. So the more people next to you, the more damage you'll do. So that's pretty solid. There are ways, particularly in Fractals, where you can burst a bit more. It's probably going to be loading up on more Venoms, because once you're with your actual party, you can basically just cast Venoms and they will scale up the number of people around you, so that will help you ramp a bit quicker. But yeah, I think like Spectre is broadly like a fantastic choice for most areas of the game, because yeah, it does translate very well into open world content as well as instance content. Yeah, you did use Thieves Guilds for Spider-Man Scale Venom. Yeah, that's probably the main ways you're going to be able to ramp really, really quickly. Or as quick as you can on that type of build. But yeah, I always find, particularly Scepter, when you're dealing with Spectre, it becomes a bit nightmare to actually say. It struggles a bit, not so much struggles, it takes a while to kill stuff in open world because it takes a while to ramp. I find Spear alleviates that somewhat because it has a good mix of sort of power damage, lifesteal and condition damage, so it's a bit more, dare I say, a bit burstier. But yeah, I do struggle, not so much struggle, but it's one thing I've never really liked about Spectre in open world is like, you know, this feels good on encounters where you can have the time to ramp up your condies, but it feels a bit like a wet noodle when you're just like running around in open world. Yeah, Spectre. There we go. I do like Spief as well for Spear Thief. I assume I'm going in the right direction here. Okay, so it's just before Hero Point. Speed ship. Ah, here it is. Nice. Got one more. Oh, do I have to get to Dragon's End for this nonsense? Let's see. Can I cheese a map? Yes, Beef Inspector. Would be a great name for a new thief, actually. Okay, so this one... Yeah, I'd actually have to do the meta event for that. Is there actually one open? It's kind of at the right time, but nah, I don't think there is. That's okay. Oh, speak to the NPC. Okay. Which NPC? I'll talk to Ancient Zuri. Ah, yes, nice. Good shout, good looking out.
Wow.
Where is Agent Zuri? Ah, here she is.
We all have a place in the eternal alchemy, even you.
I followed your video about Spear, but didn't hit anywhere near the damage you did. Maybe your hitting abilities a little too fast, but the 2-3-2, 4-3-2 rotation didn't work. Need to practice more. Spear might be a solution, though. Spear does take a lot of practice to really get comfortable with. It depends. If we're talking about the open world build that I was using, the rotation's a little bit different. That's the normal sort of condition damage rotation there. Spear's a very fun weapon to use. I really like using open world. I personally don't like using it in actual raids because, yeah, it's really hard to keep track of your actual rotation in that. And yeah, it's very easy to cancel certain skills as well, so you really have to get into the rhythm of it. I think, is it over here? Now I should pull the thing up. Oh no, maybe over this way. So you really do have to get into the exact rhythm of it to make it work. So I like doing it in open world because you only have to, you know, pay attention to the smallest amount of the actual rotation. Where is it? At the top of Twistine and jump off small edge to the south just for the platform to find it nestled there. So it might be... here. Oh, so we've done that. Do Dreams of a Thorn. Yeah, so there's like a full... Actually, I'm kind of curious. I haven't played Spectre before. Let's go take a quick looky-loo. Which one is Spectre? The eternal question. I think of this one. Okay. Raids, Thief, let's take a look. And particularly the open world one, because you can, yeah, looks like I'm on the... no, this is the kiting build. That's very weird. The open world one, you can like boon yourself incredibly easy, so you can have like Alacrity, Quickness, Might, Fury. Which is very, very nice to run around with. Let's just take a look. What made you switch main to Rev? Oh, I've been like a Rev main for many, many years. That's the one I always sort of bounce back to. I'll quite often like shift for a while onto another class when I want something a bit different, but Rev is the one that I always come back to. The main reason for that was years ago when there was a build made by Lord Hyzen. It was the Celestial Condition Damage Herald, and this was back when you had Runes of Tormenting. In their old form, they still exist, but they've been massively nerfed compared to what they are. Rune of Tormenting. The final effect on these, well, it used to be that whenever you would inflict a stack of Torment, you would heal yourself, and if you applied multiple stacks of Torment, you'd heal yourself multiple times, so you'd be running around Celestial gear, and you'd be, like, functionally immortal. You know that one? Old school? Yeah. That's the one that really got me to, like, okay, I want to try out Revenant now. Loved it. Then I love Renegade. Still to this day, that is the build that I have gotten closest to the benchmark on. I got to 97.5% of the benchmark on that way back in the day, and that's even with Australian ping, so sort of goes to show you can work around ping with enough practice. And I like Vindicator, I love Conduit as well, just on a Conduit build guide. I just really like playing Revenant. I love the flexibility it has. Yeah, short bow, Mace Condi. Yeah, that was the one that I got closest on, but also like I've been using Spear on that a ton. I've been using it for Sarah CM a bunch until Conduit got like nerfed a bit, then I've been bouncing around testing out some other stuff, but Revenant's just always sort of been the one I go back to. I just love the playstyle. I like the aesthetic of it, and just it feels nice to play to me. I have to see, do I actually have condition damage, like raw condition damage Spectre here, not open world. The open world build lives on a different character, I know that much. The problem with 25 characters in this account is it's really hard to figure out where builds are. That's a kiting one. Oh, that's... I think that's just straight heal Spectre. Why do I have two heal Spectres on the one set? Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Or maybe it's on a different one. Hang on, let's check. There's another thief on this account. That's because I don't want to spend the few minutes like recreating the build if it already exists somewhere. Yeah, Scepter Dagger, Scepter Dagger. Yeah, this one. Even with all legend abilities, you know demons just leap. The Alliance sense felt like you're hitting so many of them. Yeah, I like the unique feel that you get on each legend stance as well. Like Malix, you've obviously got the great AoE damage, the amazing pull, which is fantastic. Alliance, there's tons of mobility and AoE cleave. Shiro, great mobility. Jalis, stability. It's really fun. Raj, welcome in. Sword Dagger Tempest will be the highest benching power spec on early post patch. Nice. Not to yeet yourself off platforms again and again and again. Love to hear it. I've completely lost where the builds are. Hang on. Let's go back to this one. I don't need 2 heal Spectre builds. I can swap one out. I'll just recreate the build. Okay, let's get this set. So this is Scepter, Pistol, and Short Bow. Durability. Yeah, that can just be my sort of kiting build. I've got 2 versions of the exact same build on here for no reason. Okay, let's not think too much about it. The thinking is not going to help me anymore. Scepter, I want a dagger. Do I have an Ascended dagger to start using up? Oh, that's a great sword. Sorry, I got excited. Thought that was a dagger for a moment. No, I don't think I do. In that case, I'll just use one of my rando exotic ones. Yeah, Invader's dagger. You go there. Get rid of you. Do I have Scepter? Nah, screw it. I'll just do this. So it won't be particularly optimal. Oh, this is the weird one, isn't it? Equipment notes, let's look. Ignoring the weapon swap with Doom and Torment will cost me approximately 1500 DPS. Okay, I can do that. Torment. Nah, screw it, we can just do that. Feel a little lost on Rev. It takes a lot to understand, decide between use and utility versus weapon skills. It was a little overwhelming. You're able to do, I think, 18k on the dummy with that build. Nowhere close to Spectre, but it's an easy time killing trash, you think? Yeah, particularly if you're running a power build. Rev, you're going to have, like, an easy time bursting down mobs compared to Spectre. That's just pretty natural. Are you gone deep into Buildcraft the last few weeks looking for a main? No, totally valid thing to do. And also, it's good to like bounce around between classes as well until you find one that really sticks for you. Is this all Vipers with Trapper? Better label these builds as well. Okay, customize. Yeah, I kite on my Spectre a lot when I'm doing Keller or Doom. This one's Fractal. That should all be fine. Yep. And what have I got here? That is a Lax Spectre build? Is it? I have no idea. You know, I'm just going to copy the correct build and not think too much about it. Did I hear Doom? I really do enjoy doing Doom. The Spectre should be 111. Yeah, it should be. There we go. Now it is. We just grabbed the build directly from Snowcrows. And let's put the skills in the right order so it helps my brain. Okay, I think the build is right now. Okay, let's kind of see how this one goes. I won't use Thieves Guild because I know Snowcrow seems to get mad at you if you do that. Oh, why is that there?
Hi there. Use the console
So,
to begin combat
add
testing.
boons.
If you have
All of them.
please come speak to me.
Spawn. Okay, so what should I be doing in Shroud? It's 2 and 4, basically. So loop into Shroud, we do 2 Grasping Shadows. Rotation notes. Okay. We can precast that and be a bit of a cheeky sausage. So opener. So then we do Well of Sorrow into Spider Venom, activate 1000 Needles, Twilight combo, prepare 1000 Needles again, Shadow Shroud, then do 2 for Exit Shroud. Yeah. Okay. Refresh skills. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Zed. I really appreciate that. One thing I always struggle with a bit with Spectre is that it's really easy to cancel your wells. Make sure I didn't cancel any Grasping Shadows. So I accidentally cancelled my well there by going to Shroud too quickly. Okay, so it's like 32.7. Let's just see if I cancelled. I cancelled so many things. I really just cancelled 3 Twilight combos, which I really don't want to do, but I didn't cancel any Grasping Shadows. Are you in Legendary Gear? Yes. I think maybe except for a dagger, I think. We can push that number higher if we get Thieves Guild on there as well. And if I can add another 1500 or so DPS by getting a secondary set and swapping between them. That can trigger the on-swap sigils as well. I don't know, let's just see how much of a difference Thieves Guild makes. In this case, I actually did ramp reasonably quick. It's because we can do the cheeky precast there. Oh, that's all done. Yeah, the initial ramp is actually pretty damn high, because that was like 41k there for the initial ramp. feel like I cancelled my Shroud 2 there. But I didn't cancel my well there. I thought I did. Okay, so it's like 35 there. So yeah, even just the Thieves Guild itself adds about 2k, which is nice. So no, like you're doing like really well with that level of damage there, especially if you're just starting out. Let's take it into a quick encounter and see how it goes. I'll see if there's a regular rate, because then I'll be guaranteed quickness, because playing without quickness is sad as hell. Wing 2 full clear, Keller 20 KP, 1 boon heal kite tank. I would do a Keller, but I also know that's going to take more than the time I have left. But you're very quick plays, honestly, fantastic fun to jump into. The last question would be, what would you do running around the world, killing trash in open world? Would you switch builds completely, or maybe a weapon? If I was running around in open world, I guess what I'd normally do is I'd probably just run straight up spear on swap. Then yeah, I might go Vipers. Could even also... Even just what you could do for this... let's go, Torment... and Doom. And then I'd probably maybe run a few more wells and run Relic of the Chronomancer, because then you'd give yourself a bunch of quickness whenever you use a well skill. Let's see, are we actually in the LFG? Looks like we are. This thing's like freaking out though. I have no idea what's happening with it. Actually, let's demonstrate that. It's probably a bit more interesting. For now, Chronomancer. So I'd probably make like these changes. So I'd run around with Spear, turn off auto attack. I'd start subbing in more wells. And I would do that. And then if I was to go, let's go find something to fight quickly. Ah, this is always a good one. I do run full selling Chrono Relic in open world with double scepter dagger. You're mainly using dagger 4 for trash. Yeah, that's a good shout. Oh, they've got an Octavine here. Ah, that's fine. But yeah, I'd run Well of Bounty there so you can give yourself a bunch of boons. That's incredibly handy. You could even run a Sigil of Celerity on one of your weapons. Which, yeah, would just make it so that you will do, or give yourself some quickness whenever you CC, which you CC with your your Spear 4. If you can run around with, even just on any open world, but if you can run around with your Jade Bot, like offensive and defensive buffs as well, it really helps patch up any holes in boons. 2, 3, 2, 4, 3, 3. So here I'm actually really struggling for life force. So actually having Scepter here on swap is like pretty solid. But yeah, that's probably what I just do in open world. And even here, you could also run like haste on here as well for a bit of extra quickness just to patch things up. That will also go quite well. But yeah, might even change a few traits around to give yourself a bit more life force there. I would say Pocket Raptors. Oh, in that case, I'd just blast down your wells and maybe do some stuff on Spear, I think. Or like Dagger 4, that would also do the job. Let's do a quick play encounter here. Oh, you're running the Karma Trash Converter on your J-Bot, always run out of Karma. Good shout. Let's see here, I'll swap this back. Fractal. Even Spear on swap if you just camp on Scepter, if you can't be bothered dealing with the Spear rotation, for the sheer amount of CC you can bring is amazing. I'll just do this and finish on up. Oh, Miss Winter's Day because your PC was dead. Oh, sorry to hear that. Why am I in here alone? That's interesting. That's a new one. I'll at least get one encounter on this. Yeah, that's probably what I do, is like run Spear for like trash mobs, because it, even if you run the condition damage version, it has a bit more like power damage tied to it. And yeah, even just running like haste here as well, super useful.
I feel furious. Ready for more.
And I find trash mobs, it's easy enough to, hang on, get the thing, Command Squad. There we go. I think Spear does more damage than Shortbow. Yeah, it does. Quick play matchmaking is really not working. I still run Shortbow for when I'm like tagging a bunch of things, particularly in open world. Mockery, thank you for the follow. What is going on with the quick play LFG there? Okay, we're gonna go Junkyard. The Shortbow 5 still... What is actually going on with it? What is actually happening? Give it one more attempt. Yeah, you can teleport through certain things, it depends. That's a Daredevil open world build on like meta builds, the Condi one. That's great, honestly. What the fuck is happening? One more. I'm going to port to a different map. Yeah, you can teleport to certain platforms. It depends if there's a valid path to it. Because, yeah, you can... If the game registers there's a legal path for you to take, you can use Shortbow to port up to it. If there's not a valid path, you can't. There's certain cases in like fractals and different encounters and PvP as well, where yeah, you can do that. It depends. You sort of just learn the spots by trying them and seeing other people do it. If this doesn't work, then we'll move on with our day. The Cosmic Observatory is a good one. Let us stay in. Rampack the day. Blue whales so large that tongues alone can weigh as much as an elephant. That is amazing. Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, it just really wanted us to do Auric Basin. I think that's it. So hang on, let's get the build right.
Might and glory.
Oh
I feel furious.
well. Oh, we don't have quickness. Very sad. Ooh, I could feel getting quickness there. Actually, may have had a better time if I give myself quickness. Good thing about Spectre is that it has a very good thing about Spectre is that it has a very simple rotation. I hate it when those mechanics overlap because then it just pushes everyone on top of each other. Alright, back in business. Stay still, friend. Stay still. Oh no, stay still. Stand behind them here. Let's just pour in a little bit to it so I can hit it with my 4 skill. Might go grab that, then I can target the soul piece there to go deal with that for our friend. But yeah, Spectre is a very good... It's a very good sort of pug-friendly DPS build, because yeah, it is basically fully ranged. You can actually bring an insane amount of utility as well. It's a balance patch drop again, should be April 14th. Like, you can actually fully carry break bars yourself if you run a spear on swap with Sigil of Paralyzation on it. It's wild. Like, there have been times on encounters where I've done more break bar damage than the rest of the team combined because of the insane CC you can do on spear. Keep that off me. Okay, hang on, here we go. Break bar. Mike, welcome in. Let's go get this here. As Connie Renegades 5 in the next patch, see people talking about a short-bow mace axe option, not too much talk about Spear. I think Spear might be getting a little bit nerfed, but I think, yeah, Condi Renegade in general is coming out very, very well from this patch. It's going to be one of your higher DPS builds. So it's very good for Renegade Enjoys out there. I'm not 100% sure where Spear sits. But I think it sits like roughly in the same sort of area as, you know, other builds. It's not going to be too much of a difference. I think it's going to be a case of you have like a lot of variety in weapons that you bring. But yeah, Condi Renegade in particular is making it out very, very well. Nice. Finally got in one. Okay, excellent. Let's take a look and see what else is on. Yeah, short version is about 42k. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure where Spear sits. Okay, let's see what else is on. Let's go out to... We'll go out to Franny today. Cool. We'll tee that up in a moment, just as soon as they are back from their Be Right Back screen. Cool, that is teed up and ready to go in a moment.
Rare loot.
There's the... Let's swap over quickly just to the open world one. And score, welcome in. Spear variant should be 1k higher than Shortbow. Okay, it was good news for Condi Ren Enjoys. Alright. That is the actual open world one. Let's go try that on something interesting. Which for that, the Vampire Broodmother's always fun. Keep an eye on when Franny comes back from their break. Do you know how Conduit will handle itself in the next patch? How a Conduit in its like peak DPS really difficult to play build, I think is still actually going to be top DPS overall according to the initial projections. The other variants of it, particularly the one that I enjoy and recommend using, which is the Sword Spear version, will be faring like totally well. Like sitting, I think, sort of around the 41, 42k or so. So still like really, really solid, especially for the utility that bring and how easy they are to play. I think of the hydrated fire. Nice. Yep, I really enjoy Spectre for that. But awesome, let's go tee up this raid now. We are going to head on out to Simply Franny tonight, a wonderful friend of the stream, blasting through some more Guild Wars 2. So yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out this evening. It has been really, really fun. We are coming back on Wednesday with some more Guild Wars 2. We'll be doing shenanigans on NA there. We'll see what build we kind of end up playing and feeling like playing then. But nice to probably pick up a new one. I could even do some Condi Spectre gaming. So that has been very fun to do. And you're very welcome, Zed. I'm glad I could help you. But yeah, tomorrow we are taking day because it's Jess's birthday tomorrow, so we have a fun day lined up. So yeah, everyone make sure to wish Jess a happy birthday. And yeah, We'll be back again, Wednesday. So we're going to head on out now. We're going to catch you all in a few days. Go check out our YouTube channel in the meantime. And we're going to catch you all very soon. Have a good night all, and cheers. Do you want to play one of the easiest, highest damaging builds in the game, where you can simply mash a couple keys and watch this happen?
You have my sword.
Do you want to play a DPS build where you do not care what the rest of your team is doing, because you are one of the most self-sufficient builds in the game? Do you want to play a build where you can customize it to provide all manner of useful utility to your team to carry them through even the hardest of content? Well, today your prayers have been answered. We are covering the majestic Power Soul Beast.
So it begins.
Welcome back, everyone. Power Soul Beast has been my go-to power damage build for the last few weeks, and I have been enjoying it to an astounding level. Here we have godlike levels of burst damage, so anything you find in open world is going to die exceptionally quickly. You are incredibly self-sufficient due to the baked-in boon extension that your build has, so you're always going to be having more boons than the rest of your team. You have the option to customize your build for some amazing utility. You've got group-wide Aegis, stability, damage reduction, boon extension, group-wide stun breaks, and outstanding levels of CC if you choose. So here you've got a DPS build that's going to put you at the top of the charts, all while still being able to carry your team through the hardest content.